Hello, literature lovers. Welcome to Literature Club. Hope you all are doing great and hope you have give a wonderful exam today. And today we have come with the answer key of West Bengal SLST 11-12 uh, exam, which held on 14th of September. Okay, so let's begin. We don't know exactly which set it is, but we have basically all the questions. So the very first question is when we reach the crematoria, the dead dash already cremated. So, which option is the correct one? So, the dead had been. Next है, because I studied hard, I passed the exam and I was so happy is an example of, so it is an example of compound complex sentence. Next question is, provide the correct form of adjective for mischief in the sentence given below. The sentence is, he is a very dash boy. So, the correct answer is he is a very mischievous boy. Next question. Choose the correct form of narration. Rita said, the sun rises in the east. So the right option is option number B. Question number 5. The paper says that the city is in trouble. Here, the uses of paper exemplifies. So it exemplifies sanity. The lamb in William Blake's The Lamb has a answer is tender voice. She had been studying for 3 hours is an example of the usage. So it is a past perfect continuous tense. In John Donne's The Good Morrow, what, according to the poet, were the lovers doing before they met? So they were sleeping. Next question is supply the correct preposition to complete the following sentence. The boy was trying to float a bamboo stick dash the river. So the right option is stick with the river. Question number 10. William Shakespeare's Macbeth. What vision does Macbeth see at the banquet? So he see Banquo's ghost. According to G.B. Shaw's In Freedom, peoples are afraid of, so they are afraid of real freedom. Why does William Blake name his 1794 poem Tiger instead of Tiger? So he wanted to suggest the uniqueness of the tigers and celebrate its exceptional strength. In Alexander Pope's The Rape of the Lock, what item symbolizes Belinda's pride and beauty? So it is symbolized by her hair. In G.B. Shaw's Arms and the Man, what is Rena Petkoff's initial perception of Bluntschli when he first appears in her bedroom? So she see him as a pathetic coward. In William Shakespeare's Macbeth, who warns, where we are, there are daggers in men's smiles. So who said this? So it is said by Donald Blaine. What is the west wind called in the P.B. Shelley's Ode to the West Wind? So it is called Wild West Wind. Choose the correct form of the article. She passed with dash honors degree. So she passed with a honors degree. Where does in T.S. Eliot's Christabel find the mysterious Geraldine? So she find it in the ruin of fountain. What is the subtitle of H.T. Coleridge Kubla Khan? So it is subtitle is Our Vision in a Dream. I washed the car after I had come home is an example of complex sentence or so it is an example of complex sentence. 21. Rectify the sentence by choosing the correct form from the list given below. This is the most happiest day of my life. So it is this is the happiest day of my life. T.S. Eliot's The Hollow Man. What is Mr. Kurt's lie dead epigraph a reference to? So it refers to Joseph Conrad's A Heart of Darkness. Choose the correct infinite in the following sentence. Indian Air Force pilot witnessed Pakistani aircraft dash down. So, fallen down. Choose the appropriate form of the changed narration. We said we all love our country. So the correct option is we said that we all love our country. Question number 25. He is dash best student in the class. Choose the correct article from the list given below. So the right answer is he is the best student. The title of William Somerset Maugham's The Lotus Eater allows to Greek mythology people who forgets responsibilities. What is the ultimate advice given to the poet by his muse in the final line of Loving in Truth? So it is look in the heart and write. In Charles Lamb's The Superannuated Man, what does the term superannuated mean in the context of the essay? So it means retired due to old age. In William Wordsworth's Tintern Abbey, the poet speaker revisits the site after 5 years. The name of Ulysses' son in Tennyson's Ulysses is Telemachus. The wind hollowed in the night is an example of. So it is an example of onomatopoeia. Choose the correct split form in the following simple sentence from the option. He is too weak to run. Its answer is he is very weak and he cannot run. In Ode to Nightingale by John Keats, to what form of art does the speaker compare Nightingale's song in terms of its immortality? So it is compared by poetry. In George Herbert's Virtue, what is the only truly enduring element in the face of decay and death as per the poet? So it is a virtuous soul. She studied hard and she passed the exam. This is an example of. So it is an example of compound sentence. In the Robert Browning's The Last Duchess, what is the Duke showing to the envoy from the foreign count? So it shows a portrait of his late wife. Simply the correct preposition. He deals dash gold. So it is he deals in gold. In James Singh's Rider to the Sea, what item of Michael's clothing do the sister examine to identify his body? So his shirt and stockings. Choose the correct relative clause for the following sentence. The person dash called you waiting outside. So the answer is the person who called you. Supply the correct adverb. He dash goes to office in the weekends as his office remains shut. So the correct answer is never. What will give eternal life to the beloved in William Shakespeare's shall I compare die to a summer's day? So it is poet's verse. The stranger in Wilfred Owen's Strange Meeting is a German soldier he killed. In Charles Lamb's Dream Children, what is the name of the old house that figures prominently in the speaker's memories? So it is Grandma Field's house. In Of Studies, what caution does Bacon provide about studies? So it is studies should not be excessive or lead to laziness. In Oliver Goldsmith's She Stoops to Conquer, Mr. Hardcastle wants his daughter to marry. So Charles Marlowe. From which sonnet sequence is One day I wrote her name taken. So it is taken from Emirati. Choose the correct word to fill the blank. You are not dash to be present at the meeting since you are on leave. So the correct answer is required. In James Joyce's RBI, what does the young narrator promises to buy for Magun's sister from the bazaar? So it is nothing specific, just a souvenir. Whom did David Copperfield meet unexpectedly at Mr. Spenlow's house in Charles Dickens' David Copperfield? So it is Dora. In Catherine's Mansfield's The Fly, what does Mr. Woodyfield mention that triggers the boss emotion? So it is the event of Woodyfield's daughter visit their brother's grave. Change the voice. Open the door. So it is let the door be opened. In Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice, what is Mr. Collins' profession? So he is a clergyman. In John Cade's To Autumn, with what does Autumn conspire to load and bless the vines? So it conspire with sun. In W.B. Yeats' The Wild Songs at Cooley, what does the speaker muse regarding the song's future? So it is they will someday vanish to another lake. In P.B. Shelley's To a Skylark, what quality of skylark does the speaker emphasize upon most? So it is its joy and uninhabited nature. What among the following is the perfect example of subject-verb agreement? So it is the dogs bark at night. Join the following sentence using the most appropriate word. The road was long, dash, we couldn't see the end, but we couldn't see the end. Supply the appropriate determiner for the following sentence. Dash, cultures are as hard working as those of Asians are. So the correct answer is no. In Conrad's The Lagoon, what does Ursut want to do after the death of his beloved Diamelin? So he wants to avenge his brother's death. In Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice, who runs off with Mr. Wickham, causing a scandal for Bennet's family? So it is Lydia Bennet. So this is the answer key. Comment your correct answer in the comment box. Thanks for watching.